1. 2. Understanding servlet containers. Conceptually, a servlet container is a part of the web server, even though it may run in a separate process. In this respect, servlet containers are classified into the following three types. 1. An overview of the servlet API is given in section 1. 4. The details of the different elements of this API are explained in chapters 4 through 9. Standalone servlet containers of this type are typically Java-based web servers where the two modules, the main web server and the servlet container, are integral parts of a single program. Figure 1. 2. Figure 1. 2. A standalone servlet container. Tomcat. Will learn about Tomcat shortly. Running all by itself is an example of this type of servlet container. We run Tomcat as we would any normal Java program inside a Java virtual machine JVM. It contains handlers for static content, like HTML files, and handlers for running servlets and JSP pages. In process here, the main web server and the servlet container are different programs, but the container runs within the address space of the main server as a plug-in. Figure 1. 3. Figure 1. 3. An in-process servlet container. An example of this type is Tomcat running inside Apache Web Server. Apache loads a JVM that runs Tomcat. In this case, the web server handles the static content by itself, and Tomcat handles the servlets and JSP pages. Out of process, like in process servers, the main web server and the servlet container are different programs. However, without a process, the web server runs in one process while the servlet container runs in a separate process. Figure 1. 4. Figure 1. 4. An out-of-process servlet container. To communicate with the servlet container, the web server uses a plugin, which is usually provided by the servlet container vendor. An example of this type is Tomcat running as a separate process configured to receive requests from Apache Web Server. Apache loads the mod.jk plugin to communicate with Tomcat. Each of these types has its advantages, limitations, and applicability. We will not discuss these details, since they are beyond the scope of this book. Many servlet containers are available on the market: Tomcat, Apache, Resin, Coco Technology, JRUN, Macromedia, WebLogic BEA, and WebSphere IBM, just to name a few. Some of these, like WebLogic and WebSphere, are much more than just servlet containers. They also provide support for Enterprise Java Beans EJB, Java Message Service JMS, and other J2EE technologies. 1. 2. 3. Using Tomcat. Tomcat is a servlet container developed under the Jakarta project at the Apache Software Foundation ASF. You can get a wealth of information about Tomcat from http Jakarta Apache.org. Tomcat. We have decided to use Tomcat version 5.0.25 for the examples in this book because of the following reasons. It is free. It implements the latest servlet2, 4 and JSP 2.0 specifications, which is what we need for the exam. It has the capability of running as a web server by itself, standalone mode. There is no need for a separate web server. We have given installation instructions for Tomcat in Appendix A. In the discussions of the examples throughout the book, we have assumed that the Tomcat installation directory is C. Jakarta Tomcat 5.0.25. Note that once you have installed Tomcat, you must set the Catalina home, Java home, and class path variables, as described in Appendix A. 1. 3. Hello World Servlet. In this section, we will look at the 4 basic steps: coding, compiling, deploying, and running required to develop and run the customary Hello World Servlet, to which prints Hello World in the browser window. By the way, do you know who started the trend of writing Hello World as an introductory program? 1. 3. 1. The code. Listing 1. 1 contains the code for Hello World Servlet. Java. The details of the code will become clear as we move through the chapters. Cornelian, Brian, and Richie, Dennis. The C programming language. Prentice Hall. 1988. Listing 1. 1 Hello World Servlet. Java. Import Java. IO. Import JAVX. Servlet. Import JAVX. Servlet. HTTP. Public class Hello World Servlet extends HTTP Servlet public void service HTTP Servlet request HTTP Servlet response throws Servlet exception I exception print writer PW equal response get writer PW println HTML PW println head PW println head PW println body PW println H3 hello world H3 PW println body PW println HTML 1 3 2 compilation. Note the import statements in listing 1. 1. They import the classes from the JAVX, Servlet and JAVX, Servlet, HTTP packages. In Tomcat, they are provided as part of the Servlet API jar file, which is in the directory C. Jakarta Tomcat 5. 0. 25. Common. lib. To compile the program in listing 1. 1. Include the jar file and class path, as directed in Appendix A. We will explain the details of these packages in Section 1. 4. 1. 3. 3. Deployment. Deployment is a two-step process. We'll discuss the deployment structure in Chapter 5. First, we put the resources into the required directory. Then, we inform Tomcat about our servlet by editing the web XML file. 1. Copy the Hello World Servlet class file to the directory C. Jakarta Tomcat 5. 0. 25. WebOps. Chapter 01. WebInf. Classes. 2. Create a text file named web XML in the C. Jakarta Tomcat 5. 0. 25. Web Apps. Chapter 01. WebInf directory. Write the following lines in the file. XML version equal 1. 0 encoding equal ISO 8859-1. Web app XMLNS equal HTTP. Java. Sun. Com. XML. NS J2EXMLNS. G equal HTTP. W3. Org. 2001. XMLSEHEMA instance G. Schema location equal HTTP. Java. Sun. Com. XML. NS J2E HTTP. Java. Sun. Com. XML. NS J2E. Web app 24. XSD version equal 2. 4. Servlet. Servlet name. Hello World Servlet. Servlet name. Servlet class. Hello World Servlet. Servlet class. Servlet. Web app. You can also copy the Chapter 01 directory directly from the Manning website to your C. Jakarta Tomcat 5. 0. 25. WebOps directory. This will provide all the files you need to run the example. 1. 3. 4. Execution. Start Tomcat with a shortcut or with the DOS prompt C. Jakarta Tomcat 5. 0. 25. Ben. Startup. BAT. Open a browser window and go to the URL http. Localhost. Chapter 01. Servlet. Hello World Servlet. Hello World should appear in the browser window.